Welcome to the Furry Friends Rock Art Camp!
My name is Melia.
And I'm Patti.
And we are so excited to welcome you to camp.
We get to go rock hunting today, and we're going to the mountains because up in the hills there are lakes and rivers that make really smooth round rocks, and we'll just see what we find. But I got my backpack. So if you're going to go rock hunting, I just thought I'd show you what's in my backpack. So first of all, we need something to put the rocks in. So I just get some old used baggies, and then I can fold them up. I just stick them in my pocket. So that makes it really easy. So I make sure I have some bags. Or if I don't have bags, I bring some kind of old container like that. And that's also good because I can wash them in here too. And then because it's really hot and sunny today, I brought my visor. Gotta have visor. Sunglasses are good too. Gotta protect your eyes. Okay, I'll put my visor on. I can't do it with one hand. What if it gets cold and stormy? So I brought my jacket just in case it gets chilly. I love to bring treats. You don't have to have treats, but this time I got little oranges. They call them cuties, tangerines, something. Anyway, those are gonna be delicious when we're out there rock hunting. And then the last thing, since there's so much sun, I brought some sunblock. So I can put it all over my face and my arms and my legs so I don't get sunburned. And that's all I have. Okay, shall we go rock hunting? I'm so excited, let's go. Okay, we are at the side of the mountain near a park, and there's all kinds of rocks in the gravel just where people are parking, and there's all kinds of rocks as we go hiking, and so we're going to look for some and see what we can find. We're going to find rocks, but we don't want just any rock. We want to look for rock shapes. So our favorite are going to be like circle shapes and tall shapes, and I have a couple examples. So this one, see this rock? That's kind of like an oval. An oval is like a circle. So we're looking kind of for circle-ish, and notice how skinny it is. It's easier to work with skinny rocks like that, really thin ones, instead of big fat ones. So we're looking for skinnier rocks and kind of roundish. And then any size round. You could get big ones or little tiny round ones. And then I also have tall rocks. Now these are harder to find. So anything that's just kind of taller, those are good because that could be a person. And then this is more like a roundish rock. And see, that's like their head right on there. So we just want roundish rocks and tallish rocks, kind of ovals and rectangles. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking for. But as we look around, we're going to find all kinds of fun things. So you can keep anything you want. But when we make our dogs and cats and families and birds and puppy dogs and rabbits and so many fun things, we mostly need tall rocks and circle rocks, okay? Okay, we're at the park, and this is the parking lot. And would you believe that in the parking lot, there's always good rocks? So I got my little baggie, and we're just gonna go exploring and see what we can find. Now let me remind you, we're looking for circle rocks and tall rocks. We'll probably find some other really good ones too, but that's the really important ones to get so we can make our cats and dogs and families and birds and bunnies and squirrels and all the fun things that we can make. Okay, let's go. Oh my goodness. Okay, now that's a tall one. Oh, it's really big though. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'll take a tall one. And there's a circle, kind of. Okay, we'll take a circle. Ooh, look at this one. That kind of looks like a head, doesn't it? Okay, I'll get that one. Let's see what else we find. Oh, there's a tall one. My friend who's with me just showed me. That's a good tall one. Thank you, Mark. Okay. Ooh, look at this triangle. Now, we're not getting triangles yet, but triangles make good kitty cat ears. That's pretty big for a kitty cat ear, but I'm gonna keep it because we're gonna try to find one that is the same size, and that's tough. So maybe we'll find one on another day. There's a park inside of here called Kiwanis Park. So let's go in there and see if there's rocks that we can find in there. Oh, wow, look down there. Boy, that's the best. So when Sometimes when the rivers dry up and there's no more water, the rocks that the water ran over makes the rocks smooth and interesting. So let's go down there and see what we can find. Oh, cool. Can I give you a hand? Oh, wow. There's some beauties in here. I wish you could say, stop, I see a good one. Oh, this is pretty good. Look at that. That could be a person's body. We need some long ones. Ooh, look at these. Okay, there's a long one. That'll be good. Oop, there's a kind of round long one. That'll be really good. Ooh, look at this one. That's really long. Long and tall. And what else do we see? We need more round ones for heads. Ooh, but here's, how about this one? That could be a body. Oh, look it. Mark found this one. I found this one. It looks like a little person. Isn't that cute? I bet we could build a whole family right here. Let's see if we can. Here's a head. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, we'll put that person there. Here's a person. We need a round one for a head for that person. Wink. How many people are in your family? It might just be you and your mom, or you and grandma. Ooh, look at this long rock right here. If this person put their arm around that person, it might look like that. How cute is that? Let's see if we can find, here's the ones we just found. Did any of these work? Ooh, that was a big one. I thought that was gonna be a head, but if we turn it around, it's a body. So let's put the person right there and give him a little head. Looking for a circle for a head. Where's a circle? Circle, circle. Oh, here's one. We put it right there. It's kind of big, huh? Okay. Oh, that's a long one. We could put another arm over here saying, I love you. There, what do you think? That's kind of fun. Let's keep all those rocks in our bag. I want to take those home to play with. Now, these are the long ones we were talking about. If you can find long ones, they're good for arms and legs. Ooh, look at that long one that was just sitting right there. Oh, there's another long one right there, just sitting there waiting for us. Oh my goodness, we are so lucky. Now, let's get these in here. But since we found these tiny rocks, these little teeny tiny rocks are so useful. Little teeny ones are good for ears for our cats and dogs, and they're good for kitty cats. Look at those. These little round ones, if we made a little mouse, those would be little mouse ears, which would be so cute. Oh, look, we found a kitty cat ear. And that, oh, that's our big triangle we found earlier. So we're going to collect the tiny ones. When you find little gravel, and you can find long ones and round ones, and here's a long one. Oh, this is fantastic. We just hit gold here, didn't we? There's a long one. Oh, we've got lots of good ones. Ooh, look at this long one. Oh, that's a really good one. And so sometimes if you're in a hurry and you can't stay, you could just get a whole big handful and look at them at home and go through them. So all these are going to be so useful to us. We'll take all these home. Any other long ones we need? Boy, we could just... Ooh, we got a big triangle. That'll be fun. Oh, nice head. Isn't that a good circle? Another circle. And a long one. Wow, we found the best spot right here. But that's because we are in a river where the water's all gone. And that always makes the rocks a little bit smoother. Let's see if we can find some bigger round ones for heads and bodies. Isn't this fun? You can do this anywhere you go. Just look for the round and long ones. Provo River Falls on the Mirror Lake Highway in Utah. And look at this waterfall. Did you see that big giant rain cloud? Well, I was trying to get rocks before it rained, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it just poured down on top of me. And I ran back to the car. Can you see all those raindrops on the ceiling? Oh my goodness. I love the rain. It's so happy and it's so clean. So I got a little bit wet, but as soon as it stops raining, we'll go back out and we'll make rock art with the rocks and sticks that we found, okay? I bet there's some awesome rocks in there. That is just raw woods. I think it's so beautiful. I'm gonna go check it out. Ta-da! There are a lot of rocks in here. I'm gonna find some. Would you believe that we are up at 9,000 feet, and that's like where small airplanes fly, is this high. So we're way up there. That peak is 13,000 feet. This is a mountain range that is the longest mountain range in Utah, and it's called the Wasatch Mountain Range, and it's beautiful up here. So you think Utah as a desert? Well, it is down where I live, but up here, it's beautiful, kind of like Oregon, all green and gorgeous. Have you ever heard of plate tectonics? That's a big word. Plate tectonics. That's when the whole Earth, you can think of the Earth as a globe, it has a crust around the whole Earth that's really thick, and that crust a long time ago banged up against each other. It was broken up in parts and smashed up against each other and pushed itself up and made mountains. And so this ancient crust, all this dirt and sediment that goes deep, 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 it came up so we can actually study it, because those are what the mountains are made of. And that's what these mountains are. What I look for when I look for rocks, and I'm sitting here with my cute kitty with just gravel. So this is kind of a medium gravel in our backyard. And then there's these little teeny things, they call it pea gravel. And actually it's super useful. And I like to wear gloves because the rocks are really hard on your fingers and your skin, but you don't have to. Like, we don't have to wear gloves. It just keeps your hands nicer. Okay, so I want to show you. I've got these really neat rocks I've been collecting. But if you're only looking at just regular rocks when you go in the neighborhood, look, I just scooped up a circle rock. And that's perfect for a head. I'm keeping that one. So I brought my little container, and I'll put it in there, and I'm gonna look for long rocks and circle rocks. Ooh, I found a long one. Right here, look, that's long. So I'm gonna keep the long ones. And there's another circle one. Right there? Okay, we're gonna keep that. And look in here. I found some really long ones, but I found these at the streams and the rivers in the mountains. So sometimes you have to go where there's water in order to find the really good ones. But here's some good long ones. Look at this triangle one. That'll make a neat body of a cat. And then I can put a little head with ears on it. It'll be a beautiful kitty cat. And you can find these really long ones. These are good to then put your kitty cat on top of. So if you find long rocks, they'll be a base or a foundation. And sometimes if you're really lucky, you'll find a heart-shaped rock, and I keep those too. You can use those for lots of things. I'll teach you about that later. But for now, we're looking for, that one's kind of curved. Love curved rocks. So we're looking for our tall rocks, and we're looking for round rocks. Oh, another curved one. Another curved, that's a really good one. Oh, look at this long one. These are treasures. So you can like ask your grandma, grandpa, your brothers, sisters, mom, dad, whoever, to look for rocks and find you tall rocks, because you could use those. So lots of neat rocks here, but if you'll come in closer, I want to show them that you don't always find these big tall rocks. Mandy. We love that cat. She just had baby kittens and they're so cute. She had 3 kittens. I'll show you some. But these, oh my goodness. This is called pea gravel, like peas in a pod. Do you ever eat your green peas? They call it pea gravel because it's so tiny. But if you can just get a whole handful of this, because you need little tiny triangles for ears for like on cats, and little tiny long ones for ears like on dogs. That's a circle, but it's a little longer circle, so that's a keeper. And I just look through all this, and I look very carefully. Oh, there's a triangle right there. Little baby triangle, and that'll be the cutest kitty cat ear. So I keep those. So you can just like get a whole handful of pea gravel and take it inside and then just carefully go through it and find your triangles and your circles and keep those. So any kind of rocks, teeny tiny, mid-sized rocks, bigger rocks, they all work with rock art. But the most important shapes to look for are long ones and circles. And then if you can find curved rocks, those are really super useful too. Can you tell those are curved? I love curved rocks. So, ooh, I love this one. You see how curved that one is? That's really curved. And that'll make a really fun either arm, that'll stick out like an arm, or a leg, or even a body if I just put a little head on top. So that's what you're looking for. Make sure you go find these because we have a lot of rock art to do together. And Randy, my cat, my kitty cat and her babies, and I would love to show you how to do rock art.